Okay, so the first clip I'm going to show you is from the film Interview with the Vampire, which stars Brad Pitt as Lewis. The clip is 2 minutes 47, but the film is over 2 hours long. This is to get the full story that Lewis is telling and narrating throughout the whole film. The scene that I'm going to show you is called Claudia's Funny Moment. It's her being taught, it's her being treated as a pupil more than a child. The target audience for this film is horror lovers, vampire lovers, sci-fi lovers, and generally old-fashioned film kind of style. Already you see there is a long shot, you see the 3 main actors and an extra who's making Claudia's dress. The one with the blonde hair is Lestat, brown hair, Lewis, and curly girl hair is Claudia. You see in the long shot, you see it dark in the background to focus on them. You see the old light. You also see props everywhere to add to the mood, to show that the dress is being made. You see Claudia holding her little doll. The reason it's dark is because otherwise they'd be revealed as vampires, as you would see their fangs and their eyes, which would separate them. So you hear the music is Italian happy music, which is overlaying, which is non-diegetic. As Lewis and Lestat leave, we hear the narrative, and then it goes to mid-shot of the reflection and panning down into a close-up of the dressmaker. This, I'm just going to pause it there a second. The narrative is Lewis telling his tale, and this is part of his tale. We also see, during the pan, we saw that they do have a reflection. Then we also hear a non-diegetic sound in a second. As the music quietens, you get to hear the bite, because it sounded like a cucumber being snapped or something similar, which is to make it seem more cringy and gruesome, to make it scarier. Right, we've just seen the extra fall and exit the scene from the mid-shot pan as we follow the movement of Lestat and Lewis. You see Lewis is holding 2 lights. This was to accommodate the dressmaker's wishes, but in a second you'll see him freeze and not move to keep the audience paying attention to Claudia and Lestat. You see there's a bit of an over-shoulder shot going on. And then we get a clean cut, perfectly clean, to Claudia still with her doll, which is her main prop, her dolls. They're in the coffin. It's dark to show that it's night and they are sleeping, but their night is our day, so they're in the coffin making it dark. And then we come to a long shot of Claudia's personal coffin to the narrative. So we get clean follow shots of Claudia's movements, and then the lighting changes again to show that it's their night, and a slow pan and closing. This is just showing that she is a child to Lewis and behaving as a child still would, although she no longer ages. Okay, so the next scene, we see a crane shot of Claudia sitting on the bench. It's dark again to show that it's night and they are vampires. We start in a long wide crane shot to go to a pan into a mid shot. In the back we see extras. We see the extra for this bit. She has no name. We see her feeling sorry for Claudia. And we're still panning, and we've gone to a mid shot to reveal Lestat in the background still. Now to a close-up of the wicked scene of the child. And then we go to close-up. Again, you get to see Lestat's fangs and contacts. You get to still see the era and the feel of it. This close-up is showing that he's proud of the girl, of Claudia. And we now also hear the music of Claudia's piano. And another extra, we have a bit of a overshot. We have some foreground going on here with props. We have plenty of props going on around here. So while the music's playing, again we get another clean shot to her going into a doll shop. We see the extra doll maker working on his next doll. As the music fades, we see that her being in a doll shop again shows her doll-likeness. The flawless skin, the hair, the hat. And she's presumably just killed the man and received the doll. And we see the third or fourth victim fall onto the piano. In the mid shot, it's now level with Claudia rather than overhead. And then, just in time, Lestat walks in, and we pan down into a bit of a worm shot to show that she's in trouble. Claudia, being the sweet, innocent girl she thinks she is, we realise that she's still a child, but taught as a pupil by Lestat. And again we hear the narrative. Lestat and Louis is in a close-up while at a party. This is earlier on in the film. You can see that there are contacts, and their skin are both flawless. They both have contacts. Their clothing are generally old-fashioned and Victorian. In the back you can see extras, and in the back here you can see it's dark, so everything's focused on the two characters. Here again you can see a bit of a mid-shot with some light props to show the time zone. You see again Louis and Lestat wearing old clothes. Their hair is generally long with all men. This is also to show the time. Again with the flawlessness, and again with the flawlessness. You can see veins, which is adding towards the makeup, and again more expensive clothing of that era. You can see their fangs. You can see Claudia, which is the main character of my clip. She's also wearing contacts and flawless skin, made paler, using whatever. Her hair is very dulled, her eyelashes and eyebrows are very dulled. She also has her fangs. She has a pearl necklace, and is generally just flawless and doll-like, which adds to the makeup and adds to the vampiric mood. Bow advert from 2012, just too good. The video is 31 seconds long to make it short, precise and usable between programs, between adverts. Most are limited. We start off with a medium shot showing the bag of sweets that is being advertised. We see the plain background with a little light to illuminate, make it seem a bit more homely. We see the small girl. This advert will be using cuteness and humour to sell their product. In the back you see the adult scientist overwatching.